So what is going on, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about the specialization revamp that the Division 2 devs just came out and gave us a little bit more clarification on what will be happening. And some of the things are amazing and you might be frustrated with some of the others, but we'll get into all that in just a second. Before we get into the video, I want to say a quick thank you to our sponsor of this video, Advanced GG. If you guys don't know about this product, it's the best energy product on the market. And it not only works, it tastes amazing. And until the 31st, you can get 30% off using Skillz30 at checkout. There'll be the pinned comment down below and there'll be the first comment in the description. So if you guys want to check them out, remember Skillz30 at checkout. But let's get into the video. So guys, after reading this Intelligent Annex Specialization Revamp, I still had some questions and maybe some of you guys can help answer these. I've even reached out to the dev team to ask them a little bit more on some of the things they did mention, but I will tell you, I am very excited. I think it will have a lot of really good changes to our life in the Division 2. And I'm gonna tell you, when Yannick came out and said the next major update will change every aspect of the game, he was not lying. This 100%, just this small little piece that they showed us about the specialization really means a lot. So let's get into it. It says, agents, as previously communicated, we're back with a new episode of Intelligent Annex Initiative. Today we are kickstarting things strong with the focus on how we are going to improve one of the key aspects of the game, specializations. While all details will be shared closer to launch, we wanted to give you a first sneak peek on how the team is going to continue to give you more choice in building your perfect agent. To introduce to this content, we now leave you to the floor of Trick Dempsey, expert game designer. Now, specialization revamp is a main topic. Well, it's the only topic of this intelligence annex, so that's what we'll be focusing on. In the last few years, we have dedicated a lot of time and research to the builds used by players in both PvE and PvP. We have concluded that specializations are today not reaching their full potential 100%. I go through content and never use my specialization weapon. Once in a while, if that. Our objective with specializations is to empower the players to create agents who match their playstyle preferences. With our next update, specialization will greatly improve both build diversity and player choice. To do this, we'll be splitting up the specialization progression into a linear level and a specialization tree. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about linear level progression, because this is the one part of the whole article that really has me a little confused, and maybe you guys can help out with that, and I'll explain what I think it is based on other games and what I know about linear level progression. But let's read what he says and then we'll talk about that. It says, in the current design, much of the existing specialization tree is mandatory. Agents can spend their points in improving signature weapon damage and ammo acquisition, also requiring to manually add and remove individual elements whenever you decide to try out a new weapon. You guys know you can only use three weapons on your specialization, then you got to remove one, add another one. Yeah, I never understood that, but that's how they did it. They continue on to say, to better fit our ambition to create a more bespoke experience for all specialization, these elements will be moving in a strictly linear level system. This is where you'll unlock a skill variance, specialization sidearm, and upgrades, and signature weapon power. All of this is where the power increase comes from. Perks will be moved here once they have been reviewed and tuned. Once you've unlocked these benefits, they will remain permanently on your character as long as they have that specialization active. I'm assuming, based on other games that I played that had this type of linear progression, once you unlock it, instead of, like, you know, currently on the specialization tree, when you unlock your gunner, right? Your big machine gun, right? It has multiple levels to go up with your tier level. It's 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, and then fully, I think it's 5 times you level it up. But here seems like what they're saying is once you level it up once you put points into there, you'll no longer have to do it again. And you'll also see later on, it talks about where no matter what specialization you are, you can use other specialization skills. And they should talk about that a little bit later. So that's the big question to me. Like, will we continue to have to add more points into it? Or once you level it once, then you'll continue on to the skill tree and keep going up or going to the right. So I'm still a little confused on that part of this linear level progression. They say this linear level progression will reward you with specialization points to spend in the new specialization tree. So my thing is, what happened to our old tree? Are they just getting rid of it and then we have to re-level up, or all the points we had before, they'll go into there? So that's a question right there. Do we still have the specialization points, or do we have to, we're starting all over and it'll give us something to grind for? And that's something that I would like to know, and I know a lot of you guys would like to know. Now, they do go into the specialization tree a little bit more, and they say, thanks to the addition to the linear progression system, we will be entirely reviewing the specialization tree to provide a stronger focus on customization and choice to the players. Importantly, there will not be enough specialization points to purchase every perk on the tree. Instead, you will need to choose what perks best fit for your playstyle. And that's kind of something that you saw with Ghost Recon Breakpoint, right? I don't think in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, can you fully level out the whole tree, or do you pick? I think you pick, right? I'm not 100% sure there. Now, the next part is where it gets very, very interesting, and I think a lot of you guys will actually like this, right? And it's something that I've complained about in the past. So let's look. The specialization tree focuses on 3 elements: signature weapons, armor kits, and grenades. For grenades and armor kits, we want to provide alternate uses for these consumables, which may be triggered instantly, in addition to their standard behavior. Instantly, instant armor kits, something that we used to see with med kits in Division 1. And I've been like, I hate standing still, so I want to know how this works. The trees permit agents to pick whether their armor kits and grenades have these alternate quick uses. Invest additional specialization points to improve them. So will an armor kit work instantly at full power? That is the question right there. For signature weapons, now this is where you guys might be a little, I don't know about this for PvP. For signature weapons, we want to allow all players to customize their behavior and to invest in specialization points to increase the impact of those choices they might have. This would be meaningless addition without the ability to make the named enemies vulnerable to signature weapons. So we're implementing a system to make that possible. So named enemies will be affected by signature weapons. Finally, you used to be able to hit them with 100 signature weapons and they wouldn't do anything. Now, read this. This is the part. Additionally, we want the whole specialization tree to be valid in all game modes. And this means that we are reintroducing signature weapons to PvP. I don't know. I don't know about this. I think they just got to make sure to balance it, because I remember specialization weapons with the grenade launcher, with the tag 50. They were deadly. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We want all players to enjoy the benefit from all these new balancing efforts and improved experience. To avoid seeing signature weapons become the ultimate ambush tools, agents will be treated the same way as named enemies when it comes to signature weapon damage. This will require significant balancing and tuning, so we'll be watching build and player performance closely. Well, they said they're going to watch it closely, so hopefully they have a game plan in place to make it not that effective, where it's not going to just literally destroy you instantly. I don't know how they're going to do it, but we'll see what happens. While specializations and signature weapons are tied, that would be no longer true for their mods, skill variants, and sidearms anymore. So this is the part that I thought was the coolest thing that they came out with. Your mods, your skill variants, and your sidearms are no longer tied to one specialization. By sufficiently leveling up the specialization, you will unlock these formerly specialized, restricted specific items for use by other specializations. You want to use the Artificer Hive with the mortar turret while yielding a survivalist D50? You will be able to do just that. So you will be able to mix match skill variants with other specializations. I thought that was actually really cool, because sometimes I don't want to have to use the artillery turret just with the demolitionist class. I would love to use it with another class, maybe the technician class, maybe a different class. So being able to mix match the skill variants as long as you level up your specialization tree is actually really cool. As you might guess, these changes, among other exciting improvements to come with our next update, are quite complex topics to handle, and we want to take the time to deliver the best experience for all of you. In the meantime, good hunting, Trick Dempsey, expert game designer. So there you guys got it. A major overhaul. We knew it was going to happen. I had a feeling it was going to happen. As soon as Yannick said that the next update will change every aspect of the game, not only PvE, PvP, it's gonna change everything. And you already see what's happening with the specialization, and that's just one part. Imagine gear sets, brand sets, weapon talents, gear talents. If they're working on the specialization tree, I can imagine they're working on the gear sets, brand sets, and all that. And I can't wait till, I think next month is when we'll get our next intelligence annex, and I'm excited for that. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited? I'm excited. I think it's a great thing. Yes, the signature weapon in the DZ in PvP does scare me a little bit, but if they can 100% guarantee that they can keep that balanced, then hey, anything goes, right? Anything goes in DZ. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up here. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, hey, Nothing But Skills is out.